name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing Uranus and Taurus. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Uranus and Taurus people's life task is to establish new values. They find that they are forever seeing the established values of society breaking down around them in new social circumstances, and as a result, they find that they have to replace their old values with fresh new attitudes about a great many things. Personally speaking, these people are likely to be split between desiring a stable, placid material security and a free, mobile, liberated independence. Their ideal probably includes wanting to be financially independent, free of economic ties and restrictions, and to not have to bother with chasing money and material possessions. But intuitively, they have an awareness that money and materialism is not the right foundation for awakening and integrating their own sense of self. These people are constantly reevaluating their lives, attitudes, beliefs, and values. They look at where they have come from and where they are now going to, attempting to understand and to tie together the varied layers of experience that make up the totality of themselves. They need to understand the interconnectedness of their lives on many different levels. These people are capable of an utterly unswerving, persistent drive towards any goal of their choosing, and of applying complex, multi-level, inventive thought to practical aims. In fact, they're unlikely to use this thought process unless they truly can see a practical outcome from it. Uranus and Taurus people have trouble with their split value structures. It's very probable that they will try to hang on to both traditional and radical views. They try to hang on to the concepts of security and freedom both. This can also manifest itself in greediness while believing that they don't care for material things. Behind all of this may be a stubborn refusal to change. These people desire for things to be absolutely permanent, while partially recognizing that everything is subject to continual change. As a result of this headspace, they're likely to keep on repeating life patterns from the past, maintaining old value structures despite the fact that they are uncomfortable states of mind that no longer have any validity, while believing that they are making efforts towards change. The change is often proving to be variations on an old theme. The security-oriented side of them does not allow the liberating, adaptable side the freedom that it needs to relinquish the traps of their past. If they are directly aware, whenever they restrict themselves from further growth, they can learn from the situation exactly how those parts of them work and turn it into a lesson in self-liberation. Of course, this cannot happen if they use the situations to blame others for the traps that they feel from this attempt to find meaning between their old way and the new way. Uranus and Taurus people are very intuitive, and they can also be very stubborn. Once they make up their minds, they're steadfast and persistent, so that no amount of persuasion or threats convince them to change their minds. They may do well for themselves financially, or they may be subject to unexpected financial reversals. They can also sometimes be rather suspicious or jealous, which can cause them complications. These people may have talents with real estate and partnerships. They prefer partners in organizations that promote innovation and an imagination, and they're very clever and inventive. Their originality and resourcefulness helps them overcome all sorts of obstacles and adversities. These people are by nature headstrong. They like to set their goals and strive to attain them no matter what. These people can appear to be easygoing and broad-minded, but then all of a sudden they are faced with a rigid, stubborn person who won't budge an inch. If they can learn to move forward, at an even, deliberate pace, they will be more successful than if they work in bursts. By moving forward steadily, they can let their practicality influence their decisions more effectively. Uranus and Taurus people may have a very happy relationship, but they can also cause fights with their significant others because of a powerful jealous streak. These people are usually very charming and have wonderful magnetic personalities that attracts many people. These people have a tendency to be conservative and materialistic, though these values may be greatly challenged throughout their lives. They may have discovered many innovative ways to earn a living. Uranus and Taurus people are usually gifted with psychic abilities or have the ability to foresee what lies ahead and to plan accordingly. Uranus and Taurus people are very good at constructing whatever is needed in this life. They like to see tangible results from their efforts. While it may be difficult to get these people started, once they get going, they are almost impossible to stop. Their wonderfully original minds have great effects when put into motion. When negatively expressed, the Uranus and Taurus person can be absurdly stubborn, refusing to listen to the good advice of others and pushing ahead with unpopular and unfortunate plans. Their artistic efforts may lack the necessary refinement and will often show a garish style. In financial matters, they are likely to take foolish risks, and a lack of discretion and judgment may make them poor money managers. When negatively expressed, the Uranus and Taurus person's conflicting desires for security and freedom may cause nervousness and uncertainty in them. They are likely to have cruel and vindictive ways towards those who oppose them. When positively expressed, the Uranus and Taurus person is the type that can build an empire for themselves and then lose it overnight. These people are prone to financial and business matters that are subject to extraordinary ups and downs when compared with other people's ventures. These people always seem to be running into unexpected reversals, and yet they also find that things just happen to fall happily into place with the same abrupt tempo. Uranus and Taurus people are best fitted to acquire money and possessions in unorthodox ways. Although they may hold a traditional job or profession, they can spot new and novel possibilities within this framework. They have the capacity to see opportunities long before other people do, and when they act on their intuitions, they are usually successful. These people are especially good with financial and property investments. In this area, they are usually the first one in with ingenious and inventive new ideas. These people are at their best when working as a member of a group or in a loose kind of partnership. They are too independent to be tied down by hard and fast rules and binding agreements with others. But if they can strike the happy balance in their cooperative efforts, they can be a catalyst, producing the ideas and energy for all concerned to benefit from. The biggest threat to their material security and advancement is their inability to accept advice. They either think they know it all or pig-headedly stick to their plans because they don't like the idea of changing them. In this way, they bring on loss and disaster. The average Uranus and Taurus person tends to attract numerous people to them in both business and their personal life. But when successful, they are inclined to gather in an entourage of hanger-ons whose only aim in life is to separate them from their money or to use their influence for their benefit. Uranus and Taurus people need to be cautious about who they trust and make sure that the schemes and people they do support are sound. It is also possible that the Uranus and Taurus person's money-making ideas are also likely to be stolen by these hanger-on types. Uranus and Taurus people are blessed with remarkable willpower and determination to succeed. These people can push ahead against great odds as long as they have confidence in what they are doing. These people have the tendency to have several goals going on at the same time, And since they can't give each of these goals the attention it needs, these people will then tend to work in fits and starts, pushing this activity and then that activity. Uranus and Taurus people seem to have unlimited energy, but they get a bit bored doing one thing at a time. They have the capacity to succeed in their ventures, but they choose a dispersive way of going about it. Uranus and Taurus people have considerable artistic ability. This may be expressed through music or literature. These people may also have a very good singing voice. People with Uranus and Taurus often find that their love life is not likely to run smoothly, although they can gain financially through their mate. One problem is that their freewheeling ways and popularity are likely to antagonize their lovers, and so their partner's jealousy, suspicion, and attempts to make them conform to accepted patterns of married life may ultimately make it impossible for them to settle down. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.